This message is for Americans, not just the left or the right. It's for Americans. We live in the greatest nation on earth, but we are tearing ourselves apart. Let me give you an example. The day after Charlie Kirk was killed, the University of Wyoming student paper, The Branding Iron, published a quote from a student that said, "I think he deserved it. Having a family doesn't give you the right to dedicate your life to removing minority group rights. Punching fascists in the face isn't a right, it's a duty, and shooting them is too." You have got to be kidding me. Not only does this show immense hatred and a disgusting display of humanity, but it will stir up even more hatred toward people with left-leaning and right-leaning beliefs. On a campus like the University of Wyoming, where conservatives and liberals learn and live side by side, as well as many other places in the country, we cannot afford to showcase such division. Printing a student's words that not only condone but encourage violence is reckless, especially on a campus like UW, where carrying a firearm with a concealed carry permit is legal. As a professor at the University of Wyoming, I am appalled that the university would allow such a quote to be printed. A university should be a place of open, healthy ideas and debate and respect, not a platform for normalizing hatred and violence. But let me also say this. Blaming the entire left for the actions of one person is wrong. I know many people on the left who would never imagine supporting such senseless violence. And just as I would not hold every conservative accountable for the worst voices on the right, which those voices do exist, I will not hold every liberal accountable for the ugliest voices and actions on the left. And that's from someone who mostly agreed with Charlie Kirk. But conservatives calling the left evil or demonic or anything like that is not only unhelpful, but it causes damage. How much rhetoric like that will it take before someone who is mentally unstable, who just so happens to have right-leaning policies, does something like what happened to Charlie Kirk to a left activist? I'm not willing to find out. And every time you say they hate us or they want us dead from either side, and you are referring to half of the population, you are doing damage. We need to quit blaming half our populations for the actions or words of an individual. We need to stop saying the left caused this or the right caused this and start blaming hateful individuals, no matter what party they come from, who actually use hateful and dehumanizing rhetoric. This is not about left versus right. It's about the Constitution, a document that was written for all of us, not for one party, not for one group, not for just the people we agree with. The Constitution is the safeguard of liberty for every American, no matter their politics, their background, or their beliefs. If we want to preserve that freedom, we must have the courage to call out our own side when it crosses the line. Because real patriotism isn't about hating half the country, it's about defending liberty and justice for all, even when those people disagree with you. I'm not saying you should quit stating your opinions or speaking out about your beliefs. Anybody who knows me knows that I am the first person to give an opinion on, well, anything. We can disagree fiercely. That's the heart of democracy. But we cannot excuse hate. We cannot celebrate violence, because when we do, we aren't protecting America, we are weakening her. And no, I'm not talking about individual policies that you believe are hateful or are damaging. Both sides have opinions on policies that they think are divisive or hateful. I'm talking about the generalized statements that put half our nation in a box of evil or demonic or are dehumanizing people in any way. And yes, I am aware of the freedom of speech. Believe it or not, I fully support her. But guess what? Inciting violence, fighting words, and true threats are not protected under your First Amendment right. So I challenge each of us, when someone on our side uses words that divide or dehumanize, speak up. Remind them that the stars and stripes belong to us all. Remind them that liberty is preserved not by hate, but by courage, by faith, and by love of country. Together, we can rise above this. Together, we can keep our nation strong. Together, we can remain one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. As he would say, faith, family, country, in that order. Thank you. God bless America, from the Constitution Cowgirl.